Morning, beloveds. Given the streaming a chance to catch up. It's kind of a quiet morning here. There was a little bit of hot pink sunrise, and when we were on the driving to the gym, I could see the red, and I was like, "Red in the morning, sailor take warning." So the weather over the next couple of days could be interesting. So apparently we're supposed to get rains and thunderstorms again tomorrow. March has been very liony with the thunderstorms. Okay, it is March 24th. Our title is Joy. Our author is Daisy Baum, and this is Studies in Divine Science from 1909. And it gives you a page number, page 105 to 107, if you're interested, and you have the book Studies in Divine Science. So, and if you don't, maybe you want to get the book. I don't know. Right now I kind of do. Okay, joy. A great deal has been said and written about peace, and probably more about love, until we have quite a clear idea of the value and power of these qualities. But joy has been the subject of many false concepts. Certainly in the old thought, joy is postponed to a time and place called heaven, and people regard suffering and misery as a necessary part of life on the earth plane. And sometimes people in the new thought forget that joy and happiness are inherent elements of true life and are known to be and are to be known and experienced now. Is it not significant that the advent of Christ was announced with the proclamation of joy? Behold, I bring you good tidings of great joy, which shall be to all people. Are we not justified, therefore, in emphasizing this note of joy in the beginning of our study of truth? Surely joy and happiness shall be a part of our experience now and always. Joy is the fullness of divine content. It sees its own creation as perfect, harmonious, divine. Joy is complete satisfaction here and now, so that we do not long continuously for all manner of external things to make us happy and joyous. It is a state of serene consciousness, not created by any act of the will, but entered into through unfoldment, through constant thought and study of truth. We find it when we absolutely know our unity with Spirit, which is universal joy. I too partake of the great invisible Spirit, which is perfect, divine, abiding joy. Well, that's pretty incredible. That was one of the things, and I've kind of let it fall by the wayside because I'd gotten into a little bit too much of a rut with these things. One of the things that I would say in the loving kind, do something loving, do something kind, do something compassionate for yourself, is make room for joy. I absolutely, it's one of the things that I really disagree with in the Christian teachings is, this idea that suffering is important, and that joy is only meant for heaven. I find that to be a tool that the elite use to keep and I hesitate to use the words, but the medieval word peasants in their place. It's like all of the suffering that you're going through right now, you'll be rewarded in heaven. Okay. And yet they went and slept in comfortable beds and ate full meals, and the elite did, and I mean both the priesthood and the ruling elite. So that's what they would tell the peasants. Well, you're suffering, and that's good. The more you suffer here, the more joy you'll have in heaven. No. If you look around at nature, if you look around at the abundance and the beauty in nature, the divine meant us to be happy now. That joy is not something we want to put off. Happiness is not something we want to put off. And yeah, the world can be crazy around us, And yet still, joy is a quality of God. And it's something we can and should make room for. You know, not that I want to should on you, but you know what I mean? It's like joy is, it's a divine quality. It's a quality that is part of the divine, therefore it's a quality we have. And that joy is where happiness comes from. You know, happiness is an inside job. I always love that meme of the little figure holding a ball or a pot that has happiness written on it, and the other person says, well, where did you get that? And the first one says, I made it myself. That's where happiness comes from. You know, you can't buy happiness. You make happiness, and it comes from that divine joy. Now, that being said, pay people a living wage, because that's how they can make happiness. You know, if their basic needs aren't met, then they can't experience the divine joy, because they don't have time to focus on the divine joy, because they're worried about where their next meal is coming from. So I get that. I don't ever want to fall into the trap of, you know, people say, well, you can't buy happiness. No, but having your bills met gives you the time to create that happiness. So don't ever think that I mean anything other than that. But to go back, and she ends it by saying the truth being that of unity. When we know who we are, and more importantly, when we know whose we are, when we know where we come from, when we know where we're going, when we recognize that we are part of the divine, that we are an expression of the divine, then that allows us to tap into that joy. And joy can come even in the midst of messiness, you know. Things can be really crazy around you, and yet you can still find joy and make room for joy. And one of the best exercises is to look for. Emma says, look for the good and praise it. Well, you can also look for the joy. You know, look for the joy. And they're the two best sounds in the entire world, in my opinion. There are two, in my opinion, and you can Google them and decide for yourself. One, I think a cat's purr. Okay, I think that is one of the best sounds in the entire world. But a baby laugh. A small child laugh. Because their laughter is genuine. That's why once we learn how to fake it, then, you know, that's why baby laughs are so amazing. If you want to hear joy, that's it. Go find a baby and make the baby laugh. Or thankfully on the internet, you can just look up baby laughs. If you need a moment of joy, because that is a divine. You know, when babies laugh, that is the divine laughing. That is truly the divine laughing. And that's why it's such an amazing sound, and why it's such a joyful sound. You know, you can talk about whatever joyful sound you want. You know, all the glad tidings and bells and what have you. If you want the true divine joy, go listen to a baby laugh. So, and that is what we strive for. That's the kind of joy that I want in my world, and that I want now. And the good thing is because I do have the internet. I can, if I need to, I can Google it, you know, and I can hear babies laugh. I have cats that purr on a regular basis, so I'm not lacking in that area. So, you know, but to know that laugh, that baby laugh, is the divine laughing. There's truth. There is truth in that. And I couldn't ask for a more explicit expression of the divine in a moment than that. And there's, you know, there's all kinds of expressions of the divine, but since we're talking about joy, you know, that's That's the most explicit expression of the divine nature that I can think of, is to listen to a baby laugh. Joy is the fullness of divine content. It sees its own creation as perfect, harmonious, and divine. And that's because a baby, yeah. Joy is complete satisfaction here and now, so that we do not long continually. And see, that's one of those things about joy. You deserve joy. It is a quality of God. If we're constantly longing for, heaven, then we're missing the point of life here. And so, yeah, if I was going to give you a mission, one, Google baby laugh and just listen to that. Just the memory of it. And then two, reach for joy. Reach for joy. No matter what is going on in this world, no matter what is going on in your life, you still deserve joy. So the mission, should we choose to accept it? And then she says we find it when we absolutely know our unity with Spirit. Okay? So do your spiritual practices. Reach for that universal joy. You reach for that divine joy. And from that divine joy, you can create happiness. Happiness is an inside job. So stuff is never gonna make you happy. It's never gonna fill that void. But knowing who you are and knowing whose you are can. It can. And again, like I said, firm believer in making sure everybody has their basic needs met. Maslow's ladder is very important. You can't focus on the spiritual if you're worried about where your next meal is coming from. So, all right, that's the mission today. Let's focus on that universal joy and have it here and now, not wait until our next life, or even necessarily the next moment. You can have joy now. You can have joy now. Tap into it. The other mission is the same mission I give you every day, which I said earlier, the spiritual practice of self-care. To do something loving for yourself, do something kind for yourself, do something compassionate for yourself, whatever that looks like. Big, small, one thing, three things, all things. In the end, my hope is that everything you do for yourself and others is loving, kind, and compassionate. At least more than not. For the reason you deserve your own love, you deserve your own kindness, you deserve your own compassion. And if we want to make a world that works for everybody, that's where we start. We work on ourselves. So, all right. I'm also going to remind you that we are Creative Life Spiritual Center, Creative Life Spark. I'm the running Rev Ryan on the social medias that I am on. If you want to know what's going on with the center, I encourage you to email info@creativelife.org. That will put you on the constant contact. And in the constant contact, one, you only get one a week because it's a real person doing it and he doesn't have time for more than that. And two, the hot links are hot. So if it says click here now, it'll take you right to the information you want or to the person that can help you get it. So please feel free to do that. And then I feel like there was something else. I don't know. I'm a little discombobulated this morning. I had a good day yesterday. I've made some, I said diet changes, but my husband has reminded me they are not diet changes because they are working lifestyle changes. And so physically I've been feeling better. And so I'm happy. I'm tapping into that infinite joy. So, yeah, I don't know what I was about to say there. So, I'm definitely tapping into that joy now. I'm gonna encourage you to have a great day, a wondrous day, a fantastic day, a magical day, an enchanted day, a wonderful day, an awesome day, an amazing day, a Sunday, I don't know what the weather's gonna be like day, I'm out of words day, a joyful day, a happy day, a listen to babies laugh day, a recognize who you are day, a good day. And if that is too much pressure, simply have a day. You are enough just as you are. As I've said before, we'll say again, you are a beloved expression of the divine. You are a brilliant light, a divine spark. You are spirit in motion. You are God in action. Or as Reverend Jesse likes to call us, you are godly. All right? I'm always going to encourage you to explore the truth of your being, to peel back everything that you have been told by society, by culture, by religion, by gender normatives, by ad executives, by marketing agencies, by commercials, by stereotypes, by archetypes, all of that. Peel it all back and get to know who the divine knows you to be. Because I can make you one promise, and it's the only promise that I know that I can make, and it's not being a pie crust promise. The person that the divine knows you to be is good. And from there, anything is possible. All right, beloveds. I was going to say Reverend David will be on around 5 p.m., but it's Sunday. If you're watching this on YouTube or on Facebook, you can scroll up a video and see the service at 11. Although if you're in the area, please feel free to come in. So take care of yourself. Reverend David will be on around 5 p.m., but we'll have a service for you at 11. And I'll be back with you around 9 a.m. tomorrow. Take care of yourself. Know that you are loved, and I will see you next time.